Hello everyone. Today I want to share a book that has profoundly impacted me personally, The Power of Now. The author of this book is Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual teacher born in Germany. You might not have heard of him, but this book has had an immense global impact. It's been translated into dozens of languages and has helped countless individuals find inner peace and joy. Even Oprah Winfrey has recommended it multiple times, which really speaks to how unique and powerful it is. So, what exactly is this book about? Its title already hints at its core message, the power of now. It might sound a bit abstract, but once you understand it, you'll realize it's like an antidote that can effectively alleviate the anxiety, stress, and internal struggles so common in modern life. The root of suffering, living in the past and the future. Let's start by asking ourselves, why do we suffer? Why do we often feel unhappy? Eckhart Tolle offers a very profound answer in his book. The root of suffering lies in our mind's tendency to overly focus on the past and the future. Living in the past, many people often dwell on past regrets, mistakes, or injustices, thinking things like, if only I had done that back then, or why did they treat me that way? This constant replaying and criticizing is like putting shackles on our own minds, making us experience past pain over and over again. Living in the future, others constantly live in worry and anxiety about the future. What about my work tomorrow? What if I mess up? Will I have enough money? These concerns about things that haven't even happened yet create immense pressure, preventing us from relaxing. Imagine your thoughts as a never-ending machine, constantly replaying old tapes or previewing future disaster movies. Meanwhile, your body remains solidly in the present moment. This split between your mind and body is the true cause of our discomfort, anxiety, and suffering. It's as if we have a body, but we can't truly live in it, unable to genuinely experience this very moment. The author believes that this habitual thinking pattern of living in the past and future stems from our identification with the ego. What is the ego? Simply put, it's that incessant voice in your head, the one that constantly tries to define who you are, control you, make you feel superior or inferior, and always compares you to others. For the ego to survive, it must cling to time and thought, because it needs to constantly create problems and stories to assert its existence. True power only exists in the present moment. So, how can we escape this suffering? The book offers a very simple, yet incredibly profound answer. True power and inner peace only exist in the present moment. The only thing we truly possess is now. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. All your real experiences, whether you're drinking water, eating food, walking, or talking with friends, only happen in the instant you are in. Yet, our minds often pull us away from this instant. The book repeatedly emphasizes one word: presence. What does presence mean? It doesn't mean doing nothing, it means bringing your full attention to this very moment. When you're washing dishes, you are truly washing dishes, feeling the water over your fingertips, the texture of the dishcloth, rather than thinking about yesterday's argument or tomorrow's meeting. When you're walking, you are truly walking, feeling your feet connect with the ground, feeling the breeze on your face, rather than worrying about uncompleted tasks. When you're communicating with someone, you are truly listening, genuinely feeling their words and emotions, rather than mentally planning what you'll say next. When your entire consciousness is focused on the present, you'll discover mental clutter will decrease. That incessant ego will quiet down for a while, because it cannot survive in the present. A deep sense of peace and joy will arise within you. This joy isn't brought by external events, it stems from your connection to the essence of life itself. You become more powerful. Because all actions happen in the present, when you are fully engaged in the present, you'll be more efficient, and your judgment will be clearer. Does this sound a bit like Zen meditation or mindfulness? Yes, their core ideas are interconnected, but this book explains it in a very accessible way and provides many practical exercises for daily life. Dissolving the pain body and the ego. The book also introduces a very important concept called the pain body. Each of us, as we grow up, experiences various unpleasant things, childhood traumas, failures, feelings of abandonment, and so on. If these emotions are not acknowledged and released in time, they accumulate like building blocks in our subconscious, forming an energy field. This is the pain body. The pain body is like a hungry monster. It needs to feed itself by creating more suffering. So, it will occasionally be triggered, making you suddenly feel depressed, angry, anxious, and it might even drive you to engage in destructive behaviors like complaining, blaming, or self-pity. So, how do we dissolve this pain body? The answer is still presence in the present moment, and surrender to the now. Acknowledge it. When you feel painful, anxious, angry, or other negative emotions surfacing, don't try to suppress them, don't judge them, and certainly don't identify with them, thinking I'm just an angry person. Instead, recognize, oh, my pain body has been activated again. Observe it. Like an impartial observer, calmly watch this emotion. Feel where it is in your body, what it feels like. Don't label it, don't try to analyze why it appeared. Accept it. Allow it to be there. Tell yourself, I accept this present feeling, I know it's only temporary. Don't judge, don't feel guilty or self-blaming for having negative emotions. When you can do this, you are shining the light of presence on this pain body. It's like a monster in the dark. Once exposed to light, it gradually dissipates. It cannot continue to cause trouble when it's fully acknowledged and accepted by you. Similarly, for that incessant ego, we must learn to observe and detach. When critical, comparative, or complaining voices appear in your head, realize, this is just my ego speaking, it is not the real me. Then, bring your attention back to the present moment. Practicing the power of now. This book isn't a self-help guide giving you life hacks, it's more about guiding you through a shift in your thinking pattern, a practice of a way of life. It tells us, don't be controlled by your mind's thoughts. Our thoughts are merely tools, we are the masters. Accept everything that happens in the present moment. Regardless of whether it's good or bad, accept it first. Resistance won't make things better, it will only increase your suffering. Practice presence in everyday small things. For example, when walking, feel your footsteps. When eating, savor the taste of your food. When showering, feel the temperature of the water. These seemingly trivial moments are your best entry points back into the present. Focus on your breath. Breathing always happens in the present. When you feel anxious or lost, bring your attention to your breath, feel its in and out flow, it can immediately bring you back to the present. Be grateful for the present moment. When you truly live in the present, you'll discover that beauty and miracles are everywhere in life. Conclusion. The power of now, like a compassionate mentor, reveals the truth of suffering to us in simple yet deeply insightful language, and points us to a path toward inner peace and joy. It doesn't ask you to escape reality, but rather to live in it more fully and profoundly. It reminds us, life exists only in the present moment, and the only thing we truly possess is this very instant. When we can genuinely live in the present, our hearts will be filled with power, and our lives will radiate with a brand new brilliance. If you often feel anxious, stressed, or constantly dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, then I highly recommend you read this book. It might not solve all your problems, but it will certainly open a new window for you, allowing you to see a different version of yourself and a world full of possibilities. I hope today's sharing has been insightful for everyone.